Now the exams are very near and a lot of things can go wrong in the examination hall. I want to talk about, based upon my 8 years experience as a teacher preparing students for RBI examination, what can and what will go wrong in the exam hall, how do you prepare for them in advance, and how do you make sure that you overcome these challenges well in time to ensure your success. Because believe me, no matter how much you've studied, no matter how well prepared you are, there are certain things that will go wrong in the exam hall. And your response to these challenges will determine your success or failure. These are purely based upon my experience. I've written 8 at the top, which means based upon my 8 years of experience, 8 things that I wish to talk about that I believe can go wrong in the exam hall. Let us begin. Firstly, what kind of mind chatter will you go through after you are done with section 1 in the exam hall? You might say to yourself, section 1 is a disaster. I have lost interest and accepted defeat. This is something that normally happens with a lot of aspirants. If section 1 in their eyes is a disaster, even if it is not a disaster, they lay down their arms and they feel that they've already lost. They accept defeat too soon. What is it that you tell yourself and how to overcome this disaster? Let the examiner judge me or judge you. Do not judge yourself. Your task is to complete the examination. Your task is not to judge yourself. Your task is not to figure out how well or how badly you have performed. It's very simple, it's straightforward. Focus on completing the examination. All the 4 sections are equally important, and the war is not over till you have done with section 4. Let's come to point number 2, or chatter, I would say number 2. The exam is too difficult or too easy. What to do? You might have prepared 100 times for this scenario when the examination is too difficult or is going to be too easy. But when it actually happens in the examination, when the examination throws you off a little bit, you don't know what to do, even though you have practiced about it 100 times before. What to tell yourself, how to overcome this challenge? Forget about these variables. Focus instead on giving your best. If you know everything, answer it. If you don't know something, do not answer it. And if you are confused between 2 options in a question, then apply your training. You have been trained well, you have trained yourself well. You just need to apply it. So do not overthink in the exam hall whether the examination is too difficult, too easy, how much to attempt, what not to attempt. Just whatever question comes in front of you, attempt it with complete sincerity and smartness. It's very simple. Chatter number 3, the computer is not working. Login issues, my exam is ruined. This is something that happens with a lot of aspirants, and this is the easiest way out because it's an excuse that we have received to not be judged by the examiner, to not be judged by our parents, to not be judged by ourselves. How do you overcome this challenge? Because it is not in your control, you can do nothing about it. Therefore, get back to your test, complete it, and then fight the authorities. In the middle of the examination, it is not wise to waste even more time by fighting with the authorities for the time that you've already lost. Instead, focus on first completing the test and then fight the authorities towards the end of the examination and see if you can get more time or not. Let's come to chatter number 4. Due to exam stress, my brain is not working. My brain is not thinking after an hour. This is something that happens with majority aspirants. Just because they don't know about how their brain performs, they fail to use it wisely in the examination. It's just like any other machine. If it gets hot or too hot, it will fail to perform. You have to give it some rest. What to do? How do you overcome this challenge? Take a break. 30 seconds is enough. It might seem like too little, but it is, believe me, enough. Close your eyes, drink some water, relax. Restart after 30 seconds. Believe me, it works wonders, and 30 seconds is not going to determine your success or failure. the remaining time and how you use it, how your brain uses it, that in fact is going to determine your success or your failure. Chatter number 5. I came relying on general awareness. Happens with a lot of aspirants. This general awareness is too difficult. How will I clear the examination now? You came with a certain strategy. That strategy does not seem to be working. What do? Check the reality. Get a hit of the reality at that instant itself. Life is not easy for anyone. You have prepared hard. Improvise. You already knew somewhere in your mind that things might go south and you might have already prepared for it. So improvise at that moment. If general awareness is tough for you, it is tough for everyone. Use other sections. Don't think and feel that because you relied on general awareness, you are now going to fail because general awareness is not working. It will not work for anyone. And anyone and everyone is going to rely on other sections as well. So you might as well do the same. Let's move to chatter number 6. Before the examination, what things do you tell yourself or ask yourself? Will I clear? Won't I clear? You don't know. There is a lot of uncertainty. So you don't know what is going to happen. And in that uncertainty, you either tend to blame yourself or you victimize yourself. How do you overcome this challenge? Now is the time to perform. Now is not the time to think. Think later, do now. It's very important. It's very, very important to understand that now is the time to be in action, planning, thinking about post-mortem analysis of your performance. All those things can be done endlessly after the examination, not now. How are others performing? Are they better than me? I have often seen aspirants looking to their right, looking to their left and thinking, how is my neighbor performing? Is he able to answer this question because I am not able to? That means he is better than me. This kind of chatter is not required and it's not going to get you anywhere. How do you overcome this? It's going to happen anyways. How do you overcome it? That is the question. No one knows his or her performance till the result. Focus on yourself. Forget others for the next 2 hours. Whether it is your girlfriend or boyfriend sitting in the other room or in some other examination hall, or somebody you have a crush on is sitting somewhere and writing the same examination, forget about everything. It's your day and it's your time. Focus on yourself. Get relieved of focusing on others for a while. You will automatically feel how easy it feels. Let's move forward. Chatter number 8 and the last chatter. I have not revised enough. I do not remember anything. This often happens in the morning early when you're going for the examination and when you're sitting there waiting for the exam to start. This often hits students. I was not able to find enough time to revise and now I don't remember anything. I'm not able to recall whatever I learned, whatever I revised, whatever I went through, whatever I learned. How do you deal with this kind of chatter? Tell yourself, you know enough. Apply your knowledge. Read every question twice. It's not just knowledge, but it's application of knowledge that matters. And at this point of time, if you can read every question at least twice, and then look at the options and answer the question, try and answer the question, you will automatically see that your brain has the capability to apply whatever knowledge you have gathered in your preparation. These are 8 chatters that you might see and you will see happening to you in the exam hall. And based upon my 8 years of experience, only you can deal with these. How do you overcome these challenges depends upon what answer do you tell yourself. I'm very sure these 8 points, these 8 chatters will help you understand your brain and your mind better, and you will be able to deal with exam stress that is coming ahead in a better way. All the best.